Hi there. Hello there. I am going to demonstrate my program and how well it works. I'll be going through as much as I can today, going through step by step on how to use the program and where to use it. At the moment it's just loading, and once it is loaded we shall begin. I hope you can hear me. As you see, I ran the program. Instantly my splash screens come up, which is a welcome and a button that moves it on to the main forum using code that's set behind it to show dialogue and to hide the splash screen, obviously, but it also moves it on to the main forum, Windows forum, sorry. As you can see, there are three controls at the top: File, About, and Instructions. About will simply display something about the program and where things go. The instructions will show instructions on how to use the program. Each option basically it goes through each step and how to use the program. It makes it as simple as possible in steps as well. I've made it extremely simple to follow. In the username, once you go into it, if you try to type in a number, there's validation, so it makes sure that only alphabetical characters can be used. So for instance, we will use the name Viku after me. Oops. We'll be using the name Viku after me. The venue detail will be the stadium. Oh, this one also has validation, as you can see. So when I press the backspace, when there's nothing in it, or if I press 2, it will not allow any other characters. So if I want the stadium of light, for instance, oops, that's a bit too many capital letters there. Sorry. The venue detail would be sports. Obviously there are other controls in here which you can choose depending on which event you're doing, and then you can choose a coordinator's name. So say for instance we wanted Lathe to be our coordinator. Now you can select either volunteer work or not volunteer work. This will just make a value either it will come back saying in the document not volunteered, or this is volunteer work. This will be shown in the summary, which is shown in the user name file. So basically under the name Viku there will be a user name, and then there will be all the information about the document, but we'll get into that at the end. So the event type, so you click down and you choose indoor or outdoor. For this it's going to be sports inside the stadium light, so it'll be indoor. Event location, it will be at the local football stadium, but obviously there are other things to choose, from seasonal places to museums to traveling circuses. You know, I've made it as imaginative as possible, really. Selecting the month in the other combo box, so basically let's say October. How many people do we want in this event? Basically different messages will be displayed for each one. I'll go into the file in a second at the end to explain how the shortcuts work and everything, but I will go in that at the end. Say for instance only 30 people are going to be coming to this event. So generate a report. So the file has been generated to the folder. It writes the numerics to the list box. So the list box contains all the data. So if we were to press end of year conclusion, we would get the second error report, which means it'll say it'll have some success. But what we will do is we will put in another number, so it will do some addition. So write the number to the box, so it's 50, and then it will say people in the selected event football stadium have had some success. So 50 had some success. After this we can go into the file. Obviously we have just seen the what we saw before was the conclusion, but if we go into here into the debug, we get to go to the name of the person that we've just done, which is Viku, as we can see. We right click and we can open that with Notepad, but I'll be using Notepad++ as I prefer it, as it's faster. And it shows the number of the total people over the year at this venue, which is 80. It shows it was volunteer work, and we did click the volunteer button. It shows that the coordinator of the event was actually Lathe. It shows the month of the event is October, and it shows the event was Stadium Light and that it was a sports event. Some other examples was George, who I did as well before doing this one. I've been testing the program out. It works. All the numbers are stored, sorry. If I go back into that. Yep, all the numbers are stored in the document itself. So basically, this one would be called Stadium of Light, as you can see. So if we go into here and go into Stadium of Light, we'll open it with Notepad++ again, and it shows the number 20, because 30 are 20. So basically, it will just put the number in there and then move the number into there. That's all that document does. Basically, it holds the number, moves it into there, holds the number, moves it into there, and the conclusion is based on here. So the correct thing will be displayed here. I hope you've enjoyed my program. To demonstrate the shortcuts, I'll show you right now. So the shortcut for the instructions is Control and I, which brings up the instructions. Control and A brings up the user about the program and that. And file exits the program, but if you press Control and X, it also closes the program. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this summary of how my program works. I mean, the code's all here. This is everything. Validation, if statements and loops, loop again. It's got all the commenting of how I did things, why I did things, that sort of thing, declaring variables. And then if we go into the program CS, as you can see, it loads form 2 first, and we go to form 2. Basically, it's just a splash screen. I built it very quickly as I don't really like using splash screens. But as you can see, equals the background equals the height. Then there's the code to close the splash screen once form 1 is open. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I do hope to get a good mark. Thank you very much. Goodbye.